The incentives of the state tax rebate and the federal tax credit, I didn't know anything about those until Artie from Solar Alliance told me about those and how they worked. I got a credit back from this, the rebate back from the state within 30 days, and the tax credit will come on this year's tax bill for 2010.
But if you want that tax credit for going solar, you're going to have to get busy here. You're running out of time this year. Artie Rose from Solar Alliance of America here once again to talk about it. That looked like another happy customer to me.
Yeah, very fortunate. Dan Baker installed his system this year, so when he files his taxes early in 2011, he'll actually receive 30% of the cost of the system back, and in his particular case, in a check. You know.
Wow. You don't just get 30% of the system from the government, though. Like you said, you get that rebate back from the state.
Right.
You offer various programs, you know, throughout the way that you finance this. That in the end, I mean, I'm not even sure that I'm paying for half the system. I don't think I am.
Most people are shocked, Mark, when we go out there and explain to them over their kitchen table and sit down with their bills and show them literally in a way they're paying for the system whether they own it or not. Over 80% of the people that we go out and speak to at least sign up for the program, mostly because of the federal tax credits. The tax credits is something that most people don't understand. You know, Mark, for years, billions of dollars have been given to the oil industry in terms of tax credits. And everybody hears about tax credits for corporations.
Right.
Well, a year ago, back in February of '09, part of the stimulus package that the Obama administration signed into law gave billions of dollars to the solar industry, but they didn't give it to me, they didn't give it to the manufacturers, they gave it to homeowners. And homeowners, that's all they have to do is install a system, and the government pays for 30% of the cost of the system.
So, folks, you're saying to yourself, you know, like I was, you know, hey, where's my stimulus package? There's nothing in this whole deal for me. There is. You just didn't realize it. It's in this whole idea of going solar and putting these panels on top of your roof or out in your yard, as I did in my case, and suddenly your electric meter starts spinning backwards during the day when the sun's out. You're putting money back into the system. You're developing credits. You're spinning your meter backwards.
Yeah, but the problem for years, Mark, has always been the initial investment.
Right.
You know, people love the idea of getting money back from the government, but they weren't excited about putting out tens of thousands of dollars and waiting. Well, what we've created is what we call the Solar Stimulus Program. It's a very, very unique program, and I suggest every homeowner take 15, 20 minutes of their day and take a look at our program, because number one, as you know, Mark, we offer a program where for 18 months there's no payments, there's no interest, and that's all homeowners do is receive utility savings, and this enables them to receive the monies. Get that 30% from the government before they put out money. Get the 10% or more from the state before they put out the money, and most importantly, for 18 months, they receive nothing but utility savings, and at the conclusion of the 18 months, where they've already received 50% of the money, literally the payment on the system is less than the savings they're getting on the utility bill. It's basically a no-brainer.
Yeah, I can actually put money back in my pocket, pay for the system at the same time, and I'd never put out any initial cash at all.
Well, unfortunately, Mark, so many people in their heads, there's two myths. Actually, there's three facts. One is the initial investment is too high, the payback is too long, and the third fact is that 1 and 2 are false.
Exactly.
The reality is that there is not a huge initial investment. The payback is not very long, and from day one, literally, the system pays for itself.
Folks, I want to promise you from personal experience, and I do not go out on a limb and do this very often because I don't sell solar systems. I don't work for Artie, or I'm paying for my system just like you will pay for your system if you decide to do this. But I have to tell you, there's no hard sell involved here. If Artie or one of his representatives comes out to your house, you're going to have a lovely conversation. You're going to learn something about your utility bill, and if you decide that this is for you, Artie will say, great, We'll set it up for you.
And by the way, Mark, I wanted to thank all the veterans in the active military for their service. So what we're doing today is for all active and retired military callers, we're going to pay the sales tax, we're going to pay the permit fees, and we're going to offer them a free system monitoring device. This monitoring device allows them to watch the kilowatt usage on a daily basis and watch their savings as they get free. Mark, you know, I suggest all home, look outside. You know, everybody who owns a solar system right now, their meters are spinning backwards.
That's me. Every day I go home and check it when the sun's out, and I get this big grin on my face. Folks, for the first 15 of you as well that call, and you heard the deal for veterans, the first 15 that call
yes.
And set up an appointment. You have to be a homeowner. Your bill has to be $150 or more. Those are the only two qualifications. Artie will come out and explain the program to you. And for the first 15 callers, a $50 gift card. Absolutely, just for coming out and having the privilege of meeting with you.
The other thing we have to mention, Mark, is the systems do have to be installed by December 31st to receive your tax credit on your 2011.
This year.
Right. And what we can do as of today is we can commit for those people that call today, receive the Visa gift card. We'll be out there within the next week or two, and we can guarantee that the system would be installed by the end of the year.
And get it up and running so that you can get the tax credit this year.
Right.
You know, if you wait, you can still get it next year, but you have to wait 12 months to get that money back in your hands. And why do that?
Right.
Artie, thank you so much.
Always
Solar
a pleasure,
of America. You know, my new best friends. I'm going to do the same thing today. Go home and look at the meter and giggle.